Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, children, kindly turn on your videos.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I'm having some network problems, so I can't able to turn on the video for today.
For today, is it? Or every day?
No, ma'am, every day I'll on my video, but today only for today.
Okay, fine. All right. Yeah. Yeah, class, keep your videos turned on throughout the meeting. Yes, children. Now, you are given 3 sums for homework. But you must excuse me. I did not find time to write the answers and make the PPT. Have you completed? Who's completed the 3 answers?
Ma'am, I completed.
Nandini, very good.
I have all.
Yes,
So,
only Nandini has completed.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I also completed.
Kanishka.
Pranav,
Then,
ma'am, I also sent
Ma'am,
you.
I have also
Ma'am, now I have sent you, ma'am. Pranav Rajan.
yeah.
Ma'am, I also sent it.
Pranav, okay. Okay, children, actually, since I don't have the complete steps, I can only ask you for the final answer. But just give me some time. Next class, I'll, make the answers ready, inserted in the PPT, so that it will be more convenient to discuss the steps and the final answer. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. I'll give you time to write this question. Let me just explain first. So taxi charges in a city consist of fixed charges. Taxi charges in a city consists of fixed charges and the remaining depending upon the distance traveled in kilometers. If a person travels 60 kilometers, he pays 960 rupees, 960. And for traveling 80 kilometers, he pays rupees 1260. Find the fixed charges and the rate per kilometer. See, this is a practical situation. When you take an auto, when you take an auto rickshaw to, to some particular destination, the meter will already show something. There will be a fixed charge. See, auto people, the automan does not turn on the meter is a different thing. He says one fixed rate. He doesn't turn on the meter. That's a different thing. But there is something called a meter, which has a minimum fixed reading. Okay, so that meter, it will say show 40 rupees. It will show 40 rupees. So if you take the auto, even if, so this will be the minimum charge for say the first 2 kilometers, for the first 2 kilometers. So whether you travel half a kilometer or 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometers, you will be paying the automan 40 rupees. Because that's a fixed charge. That's the fixed charge. The meter, as soon as it turns on the meter, it will show 40 rupees. The meter will show 40 rupees. And that 40 rupees will not change for the first 2 kilometers. When the auto travels 2 kilometers, up to 2 kilometers, the meter will show only 40 rupees. Up to 2 kilometers. Up to 2 kilometers, up to 2 kilometers, the meter reading will be only 40 rupees. So 40 rupees is the money you have to pay for traveling 2 kilometers or anything less than that. That's the fixed charge. Fixed charge. Meter reading 40 rupees. You take the auto up to 2 kilometers, 40 rupees. The meter will not change. Now the minute it goes more than 2 kilometers, so 2.5 kilometers, the meter reading will change. So there, the thing is, for every subsequent kilometer, that is for every kilometer after 2 kilometers, for every kilometer after 2 kilometers, say for 1 kilometer, it is 10 rupees. Sorry, up to 2 kilometers, the fixed charge is rupees 40. Then after that, for every kilometer, per kilometer, after this 2 kilometers, for every kilometer, it is say 10 rupees. So how much will, I hope I have explained the situation clearly. Up to 2 kilometers, only 40 rupees. For every kilometer beyond 2 kilometers, it will be 10 rupees per kilometer. Now tell me, if you take the auto, if you use the auto and cover a distance of 10 kilometers, how much will you pay? How much will you pay? You use the auto. You use the auto for 10 kilometers.
60. I'm 160.
How much will you pay?
I'm 160. I'm
120. So how will you break up 10 kilometers? How will you break up 10? Will you break up 10 kilometers as
2 plus
120, ma'am.
I'm 160. I'm
no, Pranav,
80.
1 minute. 1 minute. Your answer is wrong, Pranav. Just wait. So 10 kilometers must be split as 2 kilometers plus 8 kilometers. 2 kilometers plus 8 kilometers. How much is it for 2 kilometers? 40 rupees. And for the remaining 8 kilometers, 10 rupees per kilometer. So 80 rupees. So that totals to 120 rupees. Is 120 correct? Ananya was right. All the others agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Why do we break 10 as 2 plus 8? Because for the first two, up to 2 kilometers, it is 40 rupees. Meaning for the first 2 kilometers, it is 40 rupees. So 10 kilo, if you use the auto for a total distance of 10 kilometers, that means you've used it for 2 plus 8 kilometers. 2 kilometers plus 8 kilometers. For 2 kilometers, it is 40 rupees. For the remaining 8 kilometers, at 10 rupees per kilometer. 8 into 10, 80. So you will be paying the automan 120 rupees. This is exactly the situation here. So you must say, write down along with me, all of you. Write down the question. Okay. So I think I was explaining the practical situation. This situation here is different. Anyways, for what I explained, I'll give you a question later. So in this question, it is here it is for 60 kilometers, he pays 960. That means every kilometer for 1 kilometer, he has to pay Y rupees. So for 60 kilometers, 60 Y plus the fixed cost of X. Pertaining to the practical situation, which I just explained, I'll give you the question, children. In this case, you have to pay if you board the taxi. If you take the taxi, you have to pay a fixed. That is the rental charges kind of. You have to pay a fixed charge of X rupees. And then per kilometer, the rate per kilometer is Y rupees. Rate per kilometer is Y rupees. So for 60 kilometers, it will be 60 Y. For every kilometers, Y rupees. So for 60 kilometers, 60 Y. And this is the charge you're going to pay for 60 kilometers. Along with this, you will pay the fixed charge of X rupees. It's like the taxi rental charges. It's like the taxi rental charges. If you book a taxi, you have to pay a fixed cost of X rupees. And then the charge for every kilometer you travel. You have traveled 60 kilometers, so you will pay 60 Y. Let me tell you again, because I explained a completely different situation, which that is not reflected in this question here. So let me not confuse you. So here, if you take the taxi, you have to pay the fixed cost of X rupees. Then for every kilometer you're charged. So in the first case, you use the taxi for 60 kilometers and per kilometer Y rupees. So the total cost for 60 kilometers will be 60 Y. Along with this, you will have to pay X, which is the fixed cost. So the charges case 1, charges for 60 kilometers, for traveling 60 kilometers. For traveling, charges for traveling 60 kilometers will be equal to the fixed cost X plus the variable cost Y rupees per kilometer for 60 kilometers, X plus 60 Y. And that is equal to 960 rupees. That is equal to 960 rupees. Will be your first equation. Case 2 is charges for traveling 80 kilometers, rupees 1,260. So for every kilometer, Y rupees. For 80 kilometers, 80 Y. Along with that, the fixed charge of X rupees. Totally 1,260. This is your second equation. Now all of you use the elimination method and solve the two equations for X and Y. Use the elimination method and solve the two equations for X and Y. Please use the elimination method and solve for X and Y.
Ma'am, I got the answer.
Ma'am,
Yes,
X
what's
equal to 60 and Y is equal to 15, ma'am.
X is equal to
60.
60 and Y is equal to
15.
15. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see if your friends are getting the same answer. So for using the taxi, fixed charge X. Per kilometer charge Y. 60 kilometers, 60Y. 80 kilometers, 80Y. Along with 60Y, you should pay the fixed charge X. So X plus 60Y is equal to the total charge of 960 in the first case. And the second case, 80 kilometers, 80Y. Plus the fixed charge of X rupees. So X plus 80Y is equal to the total charge of 1,260 rupees. Solve the two equations, any method, but I said elimination. Is this correct, children? X60 and Y15?
Yes, ma'am. I took
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So what you should not leave it with X and Y. You must say, therefore, the fixed charge is equal to rupees 60. Rate per kilometer is equal to rupees 15. Leave your answer in words. Don't leave it as X and Y. Is my voice clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you must finish it because we already know how to solve equations using the elimination method. So over to the next one. Look at this question. A part of the monthly hostel charges in a school is fixed. So it's similar to the earlier one. A part of the monthly hostel charges in a school is fixed, and the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. So a part of the monthly hostel charges is fixed. If you stay in a hostel charges are fixed. And some portion of it depends on the number of days you have taken food in the mess. So hostel charges is made up of, something called don't write this, fixed cost and the variable cost. Fixed cost and variable cost. This fixed cost plus the variable cost will be the total cost. That is a total monthly expenditure, hostel expenditure will be the fixed cost plus the variable cost. So the fixed cost says X plus if I have taken food in the hostel for 15 days, for 1 day I have to pay Y rupees. So for 15 days I have to pay 15Y. So X plus 15Y is my total monthly hostel charges. I'll say again. If the student lives in the hostel, the monthly hostel charges is made up of two things. One is the fixed cost or the fixed charge, whatever you call it, fixed cost, fixed charge, or variable cost or variable charges, whatever. So there is something like X, which I have to pay every month. Whether I eat in the mess or I don't eat in the mess, I have to pay X rupees every month. Whether I take food in the mess or I don't take food in the mess, I have to pay X rupees every month. Now, if I eat, so supposing I'm using the hostel and using the mess, and say in a particular month I've used the mess only for 10 days, then I have to pay only for 10 days. For 1 day, y rupees. For 10 days, 10y. So x plus 10y will be the total monthly hostel charges. Total monthly hostel charges. So that is what is in this question. A part of the monthly hostel charges in a school is fixed. A part is fixed. So let fixed charge be x. And the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. So let that fixed charge be x. If you're using the hostel, you have to pay x rupees. And the remaining depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. When a student A, a particular student A, takes food for 22 days, so he has to pay 22y and x. He has to pay x rupees and 22y rupees. Because y is the variable cost. Y is the variable cost per day. If you take food in the mess. So when a student A takes food for 22 days, he has to pay 4,250 as hostel charges. Whereas a student B who takes food for 28 days pays 5,150 as hostel charges. Find the fixed charges and the cost of food per day. So what will be your assumption? Let the tell me.
Fixed charge be X.
Let the fixed charge.
X. Ma'am, x plus 22y is equal to 425.50, ma'am.
The fixed. No, Pransh, you have to go with the class. Don't go ahead. Let the fixed monthly charges. Let the fixed monthly charges be rupees X. Somebody's mic is enabled. Please disable your mic. Let the cost of food per day be rupees Y. So X is the fixed monthly charges. And Y is the cost of the food per day. So what is the first case? Student A.
X plus 22y is equal to 4,250.
Okay, start writing the question, children. Write down. So the total hostel charges paid by the student A after using the mess for 22 days is 4,250. So the fixed charge X plus the cost of food for 22 days. The cost of food for 22 days. 22y is equal to 4,250.
Ma'am, is that x is equal to 5650?
No, I don't know. Since I've not prepared the answers, I'm not sure.
Ma'am, I got x is equal to 150.
150, yeah? Okay.
Sorry, ma'am, it's 950.
950. Okay.
X is 950 and y is 150, ma'am. X is 950.
All of you written the question?
1 minute, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, complete.
Okay. So what will be the second equation?
Ma'am, x plus 28y is equal to 5150.
Yeah. X, the fixed charge X plus the cost of food for 28 days. 1 day, Y rupees. 28 days, 28 Y rupees. This is the cost of the food for 28 days, 28 Y. Because 1 day, Y rupees. 28 days, 28 Y. This is the cost of the food. This is the fixed hostel charges. So totally, it will be X plus 28 Y for student B equals to 5150. These are the two equations. Solve the equations and find the values of X and Y. So I got 950. X is 950. I don't know, children, because I've not prepared the answers. X is 950 and Y is 150. Somebody, Meera said. Is Meera right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that?
Ma'am, Tarun, ma'am.
Tarun Murali. Very good. Okay. Fixed charge X.
Yes, ma'am, I also got.
Very good. Elimination method, just change the signs in the second equation. X will get cancelled. So you can find Y, substitute and find X. All right, next one. Shreyas, are you in the class? Shreyas. Class, use the emoji. And
Yes, ma'am, I'm in the class.
okay. Taruni, Kanishka, Nandini, Murli, Krishna, Ananya, Pranav, Hitesh, Meera, Rajeshwari.
Ma'am, 1 minute you can show the before
Shreyas,
slide.
Neha,
Ma'am, due
Harini,
to
and
network
Taruni.
issue, I went out, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Next one. The monthly incomes of A and B are in the ratio 8:7, and their expenditures are in the ratio 19:16. If each saves rupees 5,000 per month, find the monthly income of each. So since we know what income, expenditure, savings means, I don't have to explain on that. I'm just showing you the answer. I'm writing the answer for you. Write down the question and take down the answer. Eight is to 7 is a ratio. 8:7. So 8x, 7x. 19:16 is another ratio. You cannot say 19x, 16x. You must use a different variable. Now 8:7 is a ratio. You cannot say 8x and 7y. 8:7 is one ratio. So the two parts will be 8x and 7x. And in the ratio 19:16, the two parts can be 19y and 16y or 19z and 16z. 8:7, I have taken 8x, 7x. 19:16, I have taken 19y, 16y. For one particular ratio, you must use the same variable, x or whatever, y. Now, based on this, what will be the second equation?
19A plus 16B is equal to 5,000.
Pranav Rajan, a small request, kindly turn off your mic when you're not talking. All right?
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, somebody tell me what is the second equation?
7x minus
7x
minus 16 is equal to 5,000.
7x minus 16y is equal to 5,000.
Yeah, 7x minus 16y is equal to 5,000. What will be the equation in words for that? What should we write? B's
B's income minus B's expenditure is equal to B's
Income
saving.
minus
ma'am.
B's expenditures is equal to B's saving.
Okay. Now, I did not explain anything much in this. Is it understood, children?
Yes.
Do we understand
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please write down everything. Don't write the equations alone. All the letter statements are important. Monthly income of A and B. So A's monthly income is 8x, B's monthly income is 7x. Expenditures of A and B. So A's expenditure, monthly expenditure 19y, B's monthly expenditure 16y. This one has A and B. This one also has A and B. And each one saves 5,000 per month. I have to clear this. So the second equation I'm writing here on top, the second one. B's income minus B's expenditure. B's expenditure is equal to B's savings. B's savings. So B's income. B's income is 7x minus B's expenditure is 16y is equal to B's savings is equal to 5,000. So this is the second equation. Yes, what is the value of X, children? It's enough if you find X because you have to only find their monthly income. That is 8x and 7x. So you don't need the value of Y here. You can just solve the equations and find X. It's okay if you found Y. Not that you should not find. You don't need to find Y because you need only X. You have to find their monthly income. 8x, 7x. What is the value of X? Am I clear, children? Am I audible and clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It's okay if you find Y, children, but we don't need Y. We need only X. What is the value of X? Please work and tell me. Yeah, I'm waiting for the value of X, children.
Uh, 625, ma'am.
X is 625. Huh?
I have a doubt in that.
Yeah, you have a doubt with what? Yes. Who is that?
Ma'am, Meera.
Yes, Meera, what's your doubt?
No, ma'am, I got the
Ma'am.
answer.
Yeah, Meera, what's your answer? What's the value of x?
X is 3000.
X is 3000. Okay, let me get the
Yes.
textbook from which I got these questions. 1 minute. I can see the answer from behind the book. Just a second. Yes, Meera's right. X is 3000. X is 3000. See, children, you cannot blame me for not showing you the steps because constructing equations are important and you know how to solve them. We have seen all the different methods to solve linear equations in X and Y. You can use a cross multiplication method, any method, not the special method here. Okay, mark it. The value of X is 3000. So Tarun E, if X is 3000, what is A's income? Tarun E, what is A's income if X is 3000? Hitesh, what is A's income if X is 3000?
Can I?
Okay, Kanishka.
Ma'am, can I? Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am, you asked A's income only, no, ma'am?
Ma'am, it is
Yeah,
24,000.
A's income.
Ma'am.
24,000, ma'am.
And what is B's income, Kanishka?
21,000, ma'am.
21,000, correct. Children, on solving, you will get X is 3000. And then A's income is 8x. 8 into 3000, 24,000. B's income is 7x. 7 into 3000, 21,000. You'll have to finish your answer like that. Therefore, A's income is equal to on solving the two equations, I said you will get X is equal to 3000. Then you don't have to find Y. If you already found, fine. Don't have to find Y. So therefore, A's income is equal to 8x, which is 8 into 3000, 24,000. And B's income is 7x, which is 7 into 3000, 21,000. This is how you should leave your answer. All right. Over to the next one. Write down the question, children. Write down the next question. All right. I hope you're done writing the question, children. Done writing the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So on selling a television at 5% gain and a fridge at 10% gain, a shopkeeper gains rupees 3,250. But if he sells the TV or television at 10% gain and the fridge at 5% loss, he still gains. If he sells one at a gain and the other at a loss, he still gains rupees 1,500. That means his profit is more than the loss. That's why, in spite of selling one at a loss, he still, gets a profit. That means the profit on selling one is more than the loss incurred on the other. So see, supposing you sell something and your profit is 200. You sell something else and your loss is 30. So there's a net profit of 170 rupees. Profit minus loss is equal to net profit. See, you sell something, profit is 200 rupees. You're selling some other thing and your loss is 30 rupees. So 200 minus 30, your net profit is 170 rupees. You set off this loss against this profit. Find the actual cost of the TV and that of the fridge. So we start like this. Let the cost price, actual cost meaning the cost price. Let the cost price of the TV. Let the cost price of the TV be rupees X. Okay. Let the cost price of the fridge. Let the cost price of the fridge be rupees Y. Now, case 1 is you're selling the television at 5% gain. So what is the gain on selling the television? 5% of the cost price. 5% of the cost price. How do you find
5x,
gain?
ma'am.
Yeah, how do you find gain? Gain is equal to whatever percentage, 5% of the CP.
Into x.
Let me write it. Gain on selling. Gain on selling the television plus gain on selling the fridge. The gain on selling the fridge is equal to the total gain. Is equal to the total gain. What is the gain on selling the TV? 5% of the CP. 5% of rupees X. What is the gain on selling the fridge? 10%. 10% means 10% of the CP of rupees Y is equal to the total gain of 3,250 rupees. See, when we say 5% is the gain, when we say gain is 5%, 5% of what? Of the CP. See, gain is 5%. 5% on what value? 5% of the CP is the gain. 10% of the respective CP. 5% of the CP of the television is the gain. 10% of the CP of the fridge is the gain on selling the fridge. 5% and 10% on the respective cost prices. So the gain on selling the television is 5% of the cost price, X rupees. Gain on selling the fridge. The gain is 10%. 10% of the cost price of the fridge, Y rupees, is equal to the total gain of 3,250. Is this equation understood?
Yes.
The percentage, gain percentage or loss percentage is based on the gain or loss percentage is based on the cost price. See, simply if we say 5%, 5% you should calculate on what? On the cost price. So 5% of X is the gain on selling the television. Similarly, 10% of Y rupees is the gain on selling the fridge. Put together is the total gain. So how do you work 5% of X? 5 by 100. 5 by 100 into X plus 10 by 100 into Y. You can also use a bracket, children. Don't mess it up. 5% means 5 by 100. 10% means 10 by 100. Off means multiplication. 5% is 5 by 100. Off means multiplication. X plus 10% is 10 by 100. Off means into Y is equal to 3250. Don't cancel. I'll tell you why. You can simplify. Nothing that you should not simplify. You can. But if we have the same denominator 100, it's easy to, work ahead. You can simplify. 5 by 100 can be simplified. 10 by 100 can be simplified. I am not simplifying. I'll tell you why. So 5x by 100 plus 10y by 100 is equal to 3250. Please write down so far, children. So that equation I'm continuing here. So you'll get 5x plus 10y, the whole by 100 is equal to 3250. And upon cross multiplying, you will get 5x. On cross multiplying, you will get 5x 5x plus 10y is equal to 3250 followed by 2 more zeros. You can divide the equation throughout by 5. You can divide the equation throughout by 5. Children, I need to clear the slide. Please write down. Finish writing so far, children?
1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Divide the equation throughout by 5. Class, can I clear the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm writing it here. After this, when you divide the equation throughout by 5, you'll get x plus 2y is equal to 5, 6 are 32 remains, 5 z 1, 2, 3. I hope I'm right. This is the first equation. This is the first equation. I did not cancel so that I can have the common denominator 100. Otherwise, you'll have to take the LCM again. So I maintained the common denominator 100, then cross multiplied, and finally reduce the equation by dividing by 5 throughout. Children, I am telling everything. Your focus, your attention is very important. When I'm talking, try to listen. I am giving you time to write separately. I'm not making you write and, talking at the same time. So when I talk, please listen. I'm going to clear the slide now. Now case 2. Case 2 is gain on selling the television minus loss on selling the fridge. Still it's a profit only because here it is more, the gain is more than the loss. When it's a loss, you cannot add, like I told you, 200 rupees profit, 30 rupees loss. Then your net profit is 170 rupees. You cannot add the profit and loss. You cannot say 200 rupees profit plus 30 rupees loss. So 230 rupees is the total profit. No, 200 is the profit and supposing 30 rupees is loss. So your net profit is only 170 rupees. So you should subtract, you must take away the loss from the profit. So gain on selling the television minus the loss on selling the fridge is equal to the net gain, is equal to the net gain. Still it's a gain. It's given. He gains rupees 1,500. So the gain on selling TV is 10%. How much is that? 10%. 10% of rupees. That's how we find the gain. Gain is 10%. 10% of the cost price X minus 5% of the cost price Y is equal to the net gain of 1,500. So 10% means 10 by 100. Off means into X minus 5% means 5 by 100. Off is into Y is equal to 1,500. So we have 10x by 100 minus 5y by 100 is equal to 1,500. Common denominator 10x minus 5y by 100 is equal to 1,500. Cross multiply. So you get 10x minus 5y is equal to 151212. So dividing by 5 throughout, you get 2x minus y is equal to 31234. This is the second equation. Now you can see in the first and second equation, the coefficients are exchanged. You can use a special method, but it's not compulsory. It is not that if the coefficients are exchanged, you should use a special method. Nothing like that. You can use any other method also. So I think elimination method, you'll get the answer quickly. Any method can be used, children.
So which method can we use, normal?
I think what is that you have? You can use no. I'm just trying to say you can also use the elimination method. No, I'm saying when it's a special method, you can use a special method. If not, you can. If you feel that the okay, I'll tell you when we use it. When the special method is really important. When the coefficients are large. When the coefficients are large, then you have to use a special method. That only will help you to get the answer faster. Here the coefficients are very small, 2 and 1, 2x, 1y. So
Okay.
the special method will not help you greatly. You can do special method when the coefficients are exchanged. We use a special method when the coefficients are large. When they are large, you should use a special method. That only will help you get the answer faster. Now here where the the coefficients are very small, 2 and 1, anything will help you. Any method, cross multiplication, anything you can do. Find the values of x and y, children. X is the cost price of the TV, y is the cost price of the fridge. I'll just get back, children. Please continue working.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yeah, children, I'm back. What's the value of X? What's the value of Y?
the cost of the fridge is 20,000 and the cost of the TV is 25,000.
20,000 and 25,000.
Ma'am,
And
TV
what's the answer?
high, TV is 25,000, fridge is 20,000.
Okay, TV 25, fridge 20. Nandini, what's your answer?
I'm working, ma'am.
Sneha? Sneha, what's your answer? What's the cost price of the television, Sneha? Rajeshwari?
Ma'am, cost price of television is 25,000 and fridge is 20,000.
Which method have you used to solve the equations?
Ma'am, elimination method, ma'am.
Elimination method. Okay. All right. 25, 20. Correct answers.
I have to go the same.
Okay. Okay, can I help you, Sneha? You've not got the answer? I think Sneha and Harni, you're not able to unmute, I think. You're trying to say something, but I'm not able to hear you. 25, you're saying. Okay, fine. No, I'm not able to hear you. Your speakers must be muted, I think. See the volume. I'm sorry, see if you've muted your speakers. Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, class, X is 25,000, Y is 20,000. Television 25,000, fridge 20,000. All right.
Got the same answer, ma'am.
Okay, good. Okay, this is the next question. A man invested an amount at 12% 12% per annum simple interest and another amount at 10% per annum simple interest. So a man invested an amount. How much? We don't know. So rupees X. Rupees X. He's investing some amount of money. How much? We don't know. So rupees X. He's investing rupees X at 12% per annum simple interest. Per annum meaning for 1 year. per annum, meaning for 1 year, simple interest. And another amount, that other amount also we don't know how much. So rupees Y. Some other money, rupees Y, at 10% per annum, meaning for 1 year, simple interest. He received an annual interest of rupees 2,600. That means from both the investments, his annual return, that is the interest he gets from rupees X plus the interest which he gets from rupees Y. The total interest is rupees 2,600. But if he had interchanged the amounts invested, he would have received rupees 140 less. That means he would have received only 2,600 minus 140, 2,460 rupees. Had he exchanged the amounts invested, that is, if he had invested X here, X at 10% and Y at 12%, if he had exchanged the amounts invested, he would have got 140 less. That means he would have got only 2,460. What amounts did he invest at different rates? So see here. Let the money invested, let the money or let the amount, whatever you call it. So let the money invested at 12% per annum simple interest. You can abbreviate it like this, B rupees X. PA meaning per annum. It's not my way of writing. It's accepted the standard way. Per annum meaning PA. SI is simple interest. Let the money invested at 12% per annum simple interest be rupees X. Let the money, that is the amount. Let the money invested at 10% per annum simple interest be rupees Y. Now case 1 is the simple interest he gets from rupees X. Simple interest on rupees X for 1 year plus the simple interest on rupees Y, or you can write percentage also. You can even write the percentage. Simple interest on, okay, I'll say 12%. Here itself, I'll say. So 12% simple interest on rupees X for 1 year plus 10% simple interest on rupees Y for 1 year is equal to the total annual interest. Total annual interest. See, what you're doing is you have money, you have some money. You are dividing that into two. Now may not be two equal portions. Supposing you have 6,000. You are investing 4,000 at 12% and the remaining 2,000 at 10%. Supposing you have 6,000 with you, you are 4,000 at 12%, the remaining 2,000 at 10%. And what you do? Every year you will get interest on your investment. So the annual interest from both the investments, the annual interest is 2,600. So that you'll have to split to write the equation. 12% simple interest on rupees X for 1 year. Annual, no, because he received an annual interest, meaning for 1 year. Annual interest means 1 year's interest. 12% simple interest on rupees X for 1 year plus 10% simple interest on rupees Y for 1 year is equal to the total annual interest. So how do you find the simple interest? PTR by 100, principal X rupees into time 1 year into rate 12% by 100. This is the simple interest formula. Plus simple interest formula PTR or PNR by 100. PTR by 100 or PNR by 100, whatever, however you've learnt it in your 8th standard. PNR or PTR by 7th standard. Compound interest is 8th standard. Compound interest 8th standard. Simple interest 7th standard. PTR by principal into time into rate by 100. Here, principal by into time 1 year into rate 10% by 100. This is the interest. These are the interest is equal to the total interest of 2,600. So 12x by 100 plus 10y by 100 is equal to 2,600. Finish writing, children?
So 6x plus 5y equal to 1,30,000.
Yeah. Correct. So we'll get 12x plus 10y, the whole upon 100 is equal to 2,600. On cross multiplying 12x plus 10y is equal to 26 followed by 4 zeros. And on dividing by 2 throughout, you will get 6x plus 5y is equal to 130000. This will be your first equation. Don't write it side by side like this, children. Write it one below the other. Write it one below the other. So the first equation 6x plus 5y is equal to, as Ananya said, 1,30,000. Now case 2. I'll give you 1 minute. I'll have to clear the slide. All right. Now case 2. Case 2. If you had interchanged the amounts invested, that means he actually invested X rupees here and Y rupees here. Now, if he had exchanged that, if he had put Y here and X here, then he would have received 140 less as interest. So 12% simple interest on rupees Y for 1 year plus 10% simple interest on rupees X for 1 year is equal to the total annual interest. Simple interest. Interest means simple interest. So 12%, simple interest formula PTR by 100, principal is Y, time is 1, rate is 12% by 100, plus principal X into time into rate by 100 is equal to not 140 rupees. Interest is not 140. He would have received 140 less. So 2,600 minus 140, not just 140 rupees. So 12y by 100 plus 10x by 100 is equal to 2,460. So 12y plus 10x, the whole upon 100 is equal to 2,460. Cross multiply 12y plus 10x is equal to 2,46000. Dividing by 2 throughout, 6y plus 5x is equal to 123,1230. This is the second equation. Now here use a special method. That will help you get the answer fast. Or if you use a special method, are the equations clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Solve these two equations and find the values of X and Y. And they will be the amounts invested at the different rates. Yeah, can I have the values of X and Y? Okay, you must get X 15,000 and Y 8,000. Make a note of that. You must get X 15,000, Y 8,000. Finish writing, all of you. Can I clear the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay. Who was that? Yes, children. So, what's the value of X? 15,000 and 8,000. How should you leave the answer? Therefore, money invested at 12% simple interest is equal to rupees 15,000. This is how you should leave your answer. And money invested at 10% simple interest is equal to rupees 8,000. Completed, children. Just understand this and wind up the session. I'll just explain the equations, children. You can complete it later. Each one of A and B has some money. Shouldn't it be have some money? Okay, whatever. Use the appropriate word here. I don't know if it should be has or have. Each one of A and B has some money. All right. If A gives, okay, so A has X rupees, B has Y rupees. Let the money with A be rupees X. Let the money with B be rupees Y. Because it's given each one of A and B have some money. Some money they have. How much they have? Don't know. Okay, so let A have X rupees, B have Y rupees. If A gives 30 rupees to B, then B will have twice the money left with A. See here? So this is the money with A. This is the money with B. Look at your screen. This is the money with A. This is the money with B. Now who's giving? A is giving 30 rupees to B. So that means if A gives to B, A will lose 30 rupees. B will gain 30 rupees. Let me write that again. First you write the money each of them have. X and Y. Who's giving? A is giving. So his money will reduce by 30 rupees. And at the same time, since B is receiving, his money will increase by 30 rupees. Now this is the status. Earlier they had X and Y. Now they have X minus 30 and Y plus 30. And what is the relation between the two? If A gives 30 to B, then B has twice the money left with A. See, this is B. B has twice the money left with A. Whatever is in English, just make that an equation. See here, B has meaning equal to. B's money is equal to twice the money left with A. B's money is equal to twice A's money. Let me write that again. This is what A has. This is what B has. A gives 30 rupees and B receives 30 rupees. Now, what is the connection between the two? B's money, B has, this is B, B has, B's money is equal to twice the money left with A. B's money is equal to twice A's money. So 2 times A's money is equal to B's money. How much B is left with? B is left with X minus 30. Twice that is A's money. Okay, this is the first case. This is the first case. When you have to make the equation. So you'll get 2x minus 60 is equal to y plus 30. Okay, so 2x minus y is equal to 90 is the first equation. I have to clear the slide. Maybe you can take a screenshot and work it later. Okay, I'm clearing the slide. Now, next is, but if B gives 10 to A, so again, I'll write A and B here. A has X rupees, B has Y rupees. If B gives rupees 10 to A, B gives, so he will lose 10 rupees. This guy will gain 10 rupees. Or he gives 10 rupees, so minus 10 here because he gives. And at the same time he receives, so his money will increase by 10 rupees. But if B gives 10 rupees to A, then A will have, see what I'm writing when I read that English there. A, this is A, will have thrice as much. This is what is left with B. This is what is left with B. Thrice as much as is left with B. This is A's money, this is B's money. B gives rupees 10, so he will receive rupees 10. A will have 3 times the money left with B. This is the money left with B. 3 times the money left with B. Again, multiply and then bring X and Y on one side. Numbers, the constant to the other side. Write the 2 equations one below the other and solve for X and Y. X is A's money, Y is B's money. So you must write X has whatever rupees and A has 100 rupees, B has 150 rupees, whatever. Class, lower your hands. Lower your hands. Quickly lower your hands, children. Yeah, now class, use the emoji, raise your hand. Very good. Tarun M, Meera, Kanishka, Nandini, Tarun E, Rajeshwari, Murli Krishna, Ananya, Sneha, Harini, and Tarun E. Tarun E, why 2 different devices? Okay. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. Good night. Please complete your classwork. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, children.